Assalamu alaikum, Salwa Radwi from Vibes Offices. We are an entrepreneurship hub. We basically have startups come in and grow to become in the front lines of Saudi Arabia. We like to have a focus towards the community where people are the focus of our business. I am here today from Vibes moderating this session for DGC. And the objective is to basically have a conversation between UMX Studios and TAGit Games. I'll just leave the mic to UMX if you guys would like to introduce yourselves. We have Ali and Samaher. Please feel free to let us know what UMX is, a little brief on your accomplishments. Don't give us too much so we can go in and then have a little conversation. Go for it.
Okay, thank you, Salwa. Thank you so much. And we're happy to be there with you on DGC. UMX Studio, it's a game development or game producer company based in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Today we reach 35 million users. We have also every day around 200K active users. Actually, we focus on MENA region culture, especially on GCC. We have also a big audience on social media, more than 500K. We actually create unique content for our users. And next year, we are planning to become a publisher for MENA region. And we are going to console, inshallah, next year. And Samaher?
All right, so my name is Samaher Alsaeed. I lead the marketing activities for the in-game and the brand. Actually, I'm a gamer myself, so I get to enjoy working in such a studio like UMX, especially that it is interested in the Arabic culture, where we belong. So hopefully in DGC, we're gonna make our name clear to people to get to know that we have a Saudi leading company for game development.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys, for the lovely introduction. Now, with introducing Mr. Mohammed Tayyar from TAGit Games, who has the coolest mic over here. Please take the mic and tell us about what you do.
Hello, everyone, and hi. This is Mohammed Tayyar speaking. I'm the founder and CEO of TAGit Games. TAGit Games is an app that creates interactive activities and challenges for people in the real world using only the technology that you have on your phone. We started since 2019, and the idea was in 2019, June, so mid of 2019, and we started with the Jeddah season, and I think around 24,000 people played with us at that time. And after that, they were very happy from the results, and they took us to the Riyadh season, and 160,000 people played with us. It was amazing. We took first place in the App Store in the gaming industry, even above Fortnite for only 5 days. Only 5 days, yeah. But it was amazing, and yeah, we're continuing from there. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. So, Mohammed, when you say people engage with your game in Jeddah season, can you elaborate on that type of activity?
Okay, so basically in Jeddah season or in Riyadh season, what do you do? Always people ask us, what is the games? What do you guys do to people? So imagine having the ability to play treasure hunt using only your mobile. Imagine the ability having to be able to play escape the room only using your mobile, and going from one place to another, Salwa, and solving puzzles, solving riddles, picking up coins that are spread around the country or around the city. You can do also a couple of activities that every zone, instead of just you visiting an event, you can actually visit an event and play and interact with a couple of things. And if you win, maybe you can win some prizes or win some something new. That's how, for example, if I tell you that there's a challenge and there is 300 people registered for that challenge, and I tell you guys, the first 10 people to take a picture of a yellow car, there's rules. The yellow car has to be parked. It has not moving for safety, and you have to take that picture from the side, so we don't see any plates of the car, so we don't know which car and who is it for. And if you do that, we'll give you $100. That's an example.
Fantastic. So you could say you're taking that virtual gaming industry and making it local to the people to just play and enjoy in their own atmosphere.
Exactly. Yes, and we are also developing a package that will help people in playing with their loved ones, either their families or their friends. So you just go to our website and you can order one of the activities depending on the city that we create the activities. But this is going to happen in 2021. Hopefully in the end of this month, we will just move that package. Right now, we are selling only to to companies right now.
Fantastic. So elaborating on that local part, I'm gonna shuffle back to you, Max. You mentioned how you were one of the frontliners when it came to adapting the gaming industry to Saudi Arabia. So can you let us know a bit more of how that start went along? Was it a challenge adapting a market that's very familiar to us internationally and starting it in Saudi Arabia? Walk us through the process. How was it starting? What were some challenges and how did you reach this large database now?
Okay, so about challenges here, it's the ecosystem or infrastructure for games or game development. It's still underground. Yeah, so if you see some part of game development like technical art or art director, also game programmer, it's still we have some challenge to find people. Yeah, so in UMix Studio, we training people in-house actually to be more professional in game development, also in art. Yeah, so actually that before 1 year. Today we have a very strong team on game art and also in game dev. Yes, so basically that is the main things. The second things, it's about most of visitors or BC, they not understand the game industry. They seeing the numbers, but they not understand how is that industry working, and I mean in MENA region, especially in GCC. Yeah, but after we meet some PCs here, they very interesting to invest in next year with us, and yeah, that is one thing that people, I mean the visitors people, they interesting more in to build or let's say improve the ecosystem. What it's about game development, animations, every ecosystem related to game industry.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
And yeah, sorry, I believe that Corona actually helped to help people to understand gaming industry, especially that people are sitting in home, so they tend to play games. So the opportunity now is likely not. It's not a challenge more than opportunity. Yeah, it's not a challenge more than opportunity to go in the future with the game development.
Very nice. So I was actually gonna hand the mic over to you, Samaher, and say, tell us about the genius marketing strategies that led you to 350,000. Are we giving Corona all the credit? Well,
no. About that, so we studied our audience in our platforms, and we divided them based on how likely they are to engage with us. So being social with them was the key to have that much of that large audience in social media. Not only promoting for our products, it's engaging with them and being social, being like a friend to them more than just a company or a game developer.
Okay, very nice. So being social, you mean engaging with them on those related to gaming in general?
Yeah, so we're making like it's a post, but it's a game. It's not talking about our products directly. It's indirect messages, and they're enjoying it since it's social. We're not selling something for them. We're just engaging, and that's why they are so interested in our social platforms.
Very nice. So considering friends and being that friend, and during Corona, how we all needed that friend, I'm gonna go and move the mic over to you, Tayyar, and I just want you to mention how during Corona, our relationships were obviously affected. People were at a distance, and you mentioned Jeddah season and Riyadh season. So, did you have any opportunities with families, maybe where TAGit was able to bring people together?
Yes, remember we had the lockdown in Eid time, so we know that the people will stay at home and they will not be able to go out. So what we created a small package for families to enjoy and play together from everywhere, as if they are together really at one place. And we actually sold a couple of families, and they loved it a lot. The feedback that happens, and the families were scattered. Some families, we have them in Europe. Some of them are in USA, and some of them in Canada and Saudi Arabia. So then when they played, it was really amazing.
That's amazing.
And we had the opportunity also to work with the Ministry of Tourism, because we had a lot of people that are in quarantine in the hotels.
Okay.
So we created some kind of activities for them to be able to play at the same place against each other. So quarantine people played against each other, and it was fun. Yeah, we took them out of the Corona zone, and they were having fun.
So we do recognize, obviously, the impact and the hard work of the doctors, the nurses, the hospitals. But I think UMX and TAGit, you guys need to be given a badge as well. You made people happier during these tough times. So good job.
Thank you.
That's good on you. Moving forward from that, I just want to. So this is what you guys have done, and this is. Next steps based on, we all went through this challenge in 2020. It was unexpected, and for a lot of us it was a much needed change for us to adapt that thinking, to really pause on where life is at. So moving forward from that change, I'm going to move back to UMX. What would you guys say are potential growth opportunities for you? What are new aspects that you will be diving into? So you mentioned that you are getting in touch with VCs, you are looking for funding, and the market is now becoming more mature. I wouldn't use the word saturated, but maybe more mature. People now have an understanding for it. So what are your next, let's say, top 3 things on your list that you'd like to tackle in 2021?
Okay, so basically we already have 2 car games. It's become editor choice by Apple Store, and this game become from the 2 game downloads and playing on GCC. This actually we start 2014, and this game it's growing every year and generate revenue. That games make, let's say, very nice impact on market based on number of users plus the revenue. Now we are mostly complete one new title, and also testing with some of our community. We believe this game will become very success. We believe in that actually. And also there is one VC, one of the largest VC in MENA region, interesting in this title, and also another company, let's say big company, interesting in this title because they see the opportunity in this title. So in first step, we trying to understand how is the game development working, and how we can build a product for the market. This is the first step. And today we achieve very large number for this market, I mean MENA region. and next year, we are planning to become publisher. We help some local developers. We are already started. We help some developers to be ready next year to for UMix publish their games. And also, in other hand, we are working in console. We believe the hardcore game are a very, very potential market. Since years, when we start, we would like to build game for console, and we are on the track. Yeah, so basically in next year, we will be a publishers for mobile games for local developers and also international developers. So for that, maybe we will receive investment on UMX Studio. And by the way, the UMX Studio break even, we already do it in 2018 actually, or 2017 exactly. So we are self-funding. That is make the game industry very promising here. Yeah, so yeah, one is publishing, and also we are going to console.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so
I wish you the best of luck with these next goals. Let's hope 2021 has no surprises for us. That puts us off route. I'm gonna reschedule or reroute the question to you too, Tayyar. Top 3 goals that you'd like to accomplish in 2021 for TAGit, not personal.
Okay, I thought personal, but no problem.
Personal, we can do that at the end.
Okay. For TAGit, we have created a platform. We have created our platform to be able to accept payments. So it will be a SaaS model. We are shifting our strategy from selling by ourselves directly to clients. We started development, and hopefully we finish by end of January. Shifting all our platform to be able to be like a SaaS model. So anybody who wants to use any of our services, they just need to go to our website, and it'll be very easy for them to use our services. I think that will give us a better or open for us bigger markets. We can go with our marketing. We don't only serve Saudi Arabia, so we can serve any country who wants to engage with their employees, who wants to engage with their clients in an interactive way. So that's one of the things that we're looking for in 2021. And I have a couple of questions actually for you, Omex. Guys, I'm a developer. I've been developing games actually from Unity since 2016 until now. Yes, but starting in the development, we know that this road is tough, and it's tough in Saudi Arabia. I have a question. Does it really pays off to go into game development? A lot of developers like me would love to know about that. Will it pay off? Should I mean, like, only ads? Guys, you're not selling your games. You're actually just giving it for free. And from where is your revenue streams are coming from?
Okay, thank you, Tayyar, for this question. Actually, we make marketing research since in 2014 for what is the potential games for this market. So after that, we find the car games. It's really potential. So we build the games for that and become a top one in 2 days in Saudi Arabia, all the GCC country, plus the global market. Yeah, so since 2014 until 2018, we just make, let's say, experimentals for the market. We build a lot of games, actually, not only 2 games. Yeah, so in 2018, we not exactly 18, before, in 2017, we rebuilt our product to be, because in the last we make most of revenue, 95% from advertising. Yeah, we use some many platforms like AdMob, Unity Ads, and Iron Source also. Yeah, so in 2017, we see it's really hard to make a stable revenue, stable streaming revenue from ads, because there is CPM. Sometimes become low and sometimes become high. So based on that, even you make extra efforts on your product or games, the revenue will be not growing. Yeah, so for that, we working on monetization strategy, build the game. So not build the game, rebuild our and from that we make strategies, make in-app purchase for a long time, and also the content for like long time. Actually, it's hard to talking with this, especially here in the.
No problem, no problem. So you're saying that in-app purchases is the magic trick that actually works more than advertising, because when I calculated the numbers for advertising, it's you cannot depend on it. That's the thing. You cannot build a company from just only advertising. But and even going to a console is the right move, guys. Big round of applause for you guys, because console is the thing that is missing. We don't see any Arabic games that are coming into console. So moving to that, I think that will be your biggest hit, hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. Also understanding the local needs of games. People are trying to get to play in a game that has really like something to connect with, like a real local content that they can enjoy.
Yes.
So once that you have a creative content and a real local one, rather than just localizing it, because localizing it sometimes it's just the language, and getting the language is not getting into the community, is not getting
exactly
into the gamers' needs or wants. So yeah, for me, I would rather having a very local game. I would love to try it on console, on mobile, and I think that made us a very good revenue and a very good reach to people.
So why don't you walk us through that game, Samaher? So since obviously, ideally, we may not be gamers in this the way you are. We have a little know-how. But walk us through like the average atmosphere. What is the game or that you created, and how local is it, and how is it adaptable, or how is it relevant to us? All
right. So let's say, for example, we have CSD, which is climbing sand dune. Basically, it's a car simulation game, but it's very localized to our culture, to the GCC culture. Let's say the sand, the cars, the type of cars. So most of cars that are used in the game, people actually use it, or actually they like to watch even videos about it. They want to try it. So that's why there's games, to try things that you cannot try, or to have an experience that you see and you grow with in real life, so you can do it in a game.
Grades also.
Yeah, and you can do upgrades to the car. Wow. Basically, you can do anything with the car, with your favorite car, in the local maps. We try to simulate the maps regarding the cities, regarding the famous roads, and so on.
Amazing.
Well, that's fantastic. Amazing. So I'm assuming that your geographic landscape also shows the GCC, so it's not the usual things we see in international gaming. Actually, I want to mention a point. It's a little controversial. Feel free to remove this part later if you guys want, but I still have to ask this question. Within the gaming industry, so you may have realized, whether it's Call of Duty or any games that basically, whether it's gaming or movies, there's a certain stereotype towards the Arab world. When you play a game, it is always the villain or the terrorist that is the Arab in the game. So as a socially responsible aspect, do you guys see this as something that you would or you hope to adapt? Like, are you converting your games to reposition? And this is for you as well, Tayyar. Do you guys see or do you guys have a plan? I feel like as Arabs in this market, we have to take it upon ourselves to really readapt or reposition ourselves in this gaming and media industry that no, media or Arabs in the media does not mean the person who is a villain or the person who has the bomb. So what are your thoughts on that? And secondary, is there a plan accordingly? Is this something that was part of your ongoing process? TAGit, you want to start?
Well, actually, for me, I have been playing a couple of games, and you see the aspect of the what is taken about that. I think since Prince of Persia and Aladdin and all of this is the figures that you when you think about them, you think about Arab. But seeing these games that UMX have developed, it's really amazing and interesting, but it talks to our community. That's what she elaborated, Samaher. It's exactly what you see in the community, and it's addressed to them. So I'm not sure if this is addressed to the Western culture to see how, what kind of games are we doing. But maybe in the future, more games about Arab that will elaborate about our culture and how we do a couple of things are going to come into market.
So Samaher, from a marketing and a positioning sense, what's your plan in terms of trying to help reposition ourselves in this market?
Regarding that, actually, our games is basically a normal car simulation game. So whenever people gonna play the game, there is no stereotype in it. We didn't put like any stereotype in the games that we are working in. Anyways, I think generally games are meant to be entertainable. So whenever there's entertainment and without any terror messages, I mean using guns and using such tools in a game, I think our audience are educated enough, or the worldwide are more. Can I stop that?
No mistake.
All right.
People are educated enough to know that this is not violence. This is representing a culture.
Exactly.
So, yes.
So I think people are educated enough to know that using guns or similar fun tools in the game is not made for violence. It is made for to have that entertainment point in the games.
I think that covers the point quite adequately. I see. So with the last question I asked about the potential of growth, you both expanded on the current market and how it's changed and how we all have adapted post-COVID. I just had a thought actually. So gaming, I know, is not specific to children, but in my mindset right now, with the change of, let's say, virtual learning, even meetings that are now being held online, TAGit and UMX, do you guys see a potential of incorporating both your companies, whether it be through educational services and HR aspects? Because basically where the world is going now is a lot less physical and a lot more virtual. And at the end of the day, we are social creatures. And how do you recommend, or how do you foresee incorporating yourselves, getting out of just that, I don't want to call it a gaming bubble, but that gaming bubble, and incorporating it within our daily lives? Because you guys saved us during COVID. Yes, we've almost gotten out, but this is a mindset now. A lot of people have become so comfortable by being alone that it's dangerous, and it is affecting their mental capabilities, let's say, or mental mindset. So what do you look into plugging into education, HR, corporates, and what's your plan for that? Who would like to start with that question?
I will start. This is exactly in my arena.
Go
So since 2013, we started. I wanted to build a career and build a business around gaming. I tested a couple of gaming places where I tested building a board game. I tested, but I saw there's a real demand in the arena of HR and in the arena of how to make people engage with each other. So I started a company called Fast Events to be able to let people play activities in the end of the year. And we are until now we're going with that company. It's called Fast Events. It's directly for HR people to be able to engage with their employees. But since the demand has increased, and I see a really big demand. Actually, at 2018, we saw a lot of companies come up into the market into this area because they see the demand for people to engage and work together and participate together. We created TAGit games just to tackle that and be able to scale as fast as possible. And go into families, go into friends, go into the HR community and also the community of the employees to allow them having a simple solution to engage with each other. The benefits of play, when we are young, everybody tells you, okay, you can play, stop playing to listen, stop playing to don't play. Emphasizing on play and the importance of play is a really huge, even if you're a grown-up. It allows you to engage more with people. So I think increasing that, that's our go into it, increasing that in these communities of friends and families or corporate, letting them having a solution that will make them easier for them to engage with each other is a must, and hopefully it will increase more.
Fantastic. And I can also see a very plausible collaboration between UMX and TAGit. I think we need to see a baby.
That's for sure. I'm going to call them after now. No worries.
Fantastic. And I believe that's the DGC goal at the end of the day, to create that network, to have people grow, to see those overlaps. And the same way your question elaborated on Tayyar, how basically there's some struggles that everyone faces starting early on. And I'm sure there's a learning curve that the newcomers are coming into this market, don't know where to start. So whether it be UMX or TAGit, I'm sure you guys could even create an academy under DGC. Guys, you guys interested, come on in, and Vibes can sponsor as well. We are an entrepreneurship hub.
That is recorded.
Let's get this conversation rolling. I could totally see this turning into an academy and get the games rolling. Going back to your last point, Samaher, you were mentioning how your games usually bring alive aspects that sometimes you cannot do physically. So whether it's upgrading a car every 10,000 points, that's not something we can do instantly. And this is going to be a question for all three of you, and this is a very unconventional question. So if the three of you were not in your current fields of work, you were not under gaming, you were not under tech, where do you think you would be working? Which industry would you be in? What was that one dream that you wanted to do that you could not have done? So personally, I'll give you an inspirational boost. I ideally wanted to be an art curator. Here I am, the head of community and entrepreneurship hub, miles apart. But there's always that overlap. So when we talk about the startups, I consider them pieces of art. So we're talking about their stories. So whoever would like to take the mic first, Ali, Samaher, Mohammed, please let us know what your dream job was.
UMX, please.
Actually, by the way, I'm interested to talking with Tayyar about our opportunity together, and that is should be happening after this DGC. Actually, I like to work in the game industry. It's my I'm not a gamer actually, but my passion to going with the unknown industry or unknown road, let's say. So I'm very happy working with UMX team, create game studio and publisher, and we would like to prove to anyone from Saudi Arabia we can build a big studio, can create jobs in game and entertainment also, because the people don't believe they can make money from games. So in last 1 year or 2 years, the people have some mindset that you can make money from your game by esports, for example, or even become a developer. So that is my favorite things. And we are on the road to build a very interesting game. By the way, our game is from top 5 crossing on car racing. So we understand market, and actually that things make us very exciting to work very hard to achieve that things. Samaher, if you.
All right. So the question was, if I was not interested in games industry, what would I be interested in? All right. So I'm actually interested in architecture. I like lead decoration and other stuff. I would like to be in media, maybe in a kids show.
Okay.
Very nice.
Maybe a chef. Maybe music composer or a mixer. So I have a lot of interests actually, and one of them is having working in such a company that produces or publishes games. And let's say that was the part where I was separated from my other interests and just move on with the games industry and game development.
Fantastic. Music composer. That's super cool. Riyadh, can you top that?
Well, I can't top that. Well, for me, I started my career as an IT engineer. I was working with Microsoft for 5 years.
Wow.
And I think not going into the career of games and searching in this market how to convert the games into a business. That was my calling actually. How can I reach that? I tapped too many careers to try to see how can I do that. But I think I would be a technical consultant. That was the thing that I was doing before. But other than that, I would play any kind of instrument, as drumming or something. Yeah, I started drumming, but I stopped a long time back. And ukulele, I stopped a long time back also.
So God forbid the gaming industry closes down. We have a music composer and a drummer and a business consultant.
So we can cooperate, me and Samaher, to create something.
Definitely. Ali and I will business operate. We'll just watch.
Super.
Actually, I got the chance to just do an audio for an ad for UMX Studio Games.
Wow.
So, I did that, but it's not published yet. But maybe Mr. Mohammed will help me one day.
Definitely.
I'll do the mixer.
Perfect. Let's do that.
Fantastic. So I think we covered where we were at. We covered what we're doing now. We covered where we're going. We also covered also where we would be if we weren't where we are today. Tayyar, do you want to dive into your personal goals for 2021, or should we call it tonight?
I think just talking about games and how people perceive games. There's sometimes a negative place where say people, stop playing or stop. There's a lot of benefits that happens. Even you can see that in a lot of studies that happens around gaming, and I want to push that very heavily because they talked. I was reading about a study that lab rats, and they stopped them from playing. Rats, they play a lot, if you know that. And every time they start playing, they tease them or give them some sort of electric shock or something. I'm not sure. So until they stop playing at all, because in playing, it's about discovery. It's about finding new things and leveling up and doing a lot of things. But the other rats, they let them play whatever they whenever they wanted to do. So they introduced a scent of a cat. Okay. And what happened? All the rats just went back their homes. The interesting thing, they said they left the scent there. The rats who only do playing, they started wandering out and seeing, is that scent is true? Is it a real rat? Is it something that, and they went outside. Oh, it's a false alarm. No problem. But the other rats who did not play, they stayed there until they actually left life, and that's an actual study. It shows what is the importance of actually play, giving you the ability to discover. Thinking about this, how could this affect us in our life, and how much discovery and these kind of skills that you gain from playing. Actually are very important, and that's what I want to emphasize a lot for the community to know about.
Fantastic. So it's literally impacting your imagination and your courage and your determination. Seriously, in a time, in a day and age where, God forbid, we may be stuck home again, this is so crucial for us to keep maintaining. Thank you guys for that.
Thank you so much.
So I think on that note, we can wrap up. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you for your insights and a very unconventional panel discussion. It's not about, oh, look at what I did. No, guys, this is what we do. We're personal. It's a personal goal. So thank you very, very much. We'll make sure that DGC connects us all after this. Thank you, DGC, for this opportunity. And I guess we'll wrap. Should we clap?
Yeah.
All right.